Hello again, restoration fans. Some fresh video. Today's topic is electricity. What we're looking at here is how we're running electricity into our residential. I haven't shown down below, but that actually is now connected to the meter. It runs alongside the studio wall. That can be found in a future video. We brought that in, and we have over here. We were actually playing around for hours. Jeremy struggled mightily with the massive service cables that make this up. We finally gave up on the right angle turn in there. They just were not going to bend and fit. We now have this little angled pipe. We're going to hide that behind the bathroom. There's the old power and what we've been kind of running for electric off of that. Soon to be done. One neat thing about Illinois, Galena, is you do not have to be a licensed electrician to pull permits or do the work. So, electrical fans, this is my handiwork. So I actually got to be the one to mount the panel and start running conduits. My. So we're running over here. We've got several. I've got one that goes up to the mechanical room. We've got two that go up into the middle room. One's for the washer dryer, and now I'm running a few more down here that we're going to go ahead and get. Here's our miles of wire. So we're going to go ahead and get our kitchen over here. I sort of ran through. This is kind of run prior to putting up in the wall. It'll end up over there somewhere. We're mapping out where the stove and everything is going to go. There's kind of some of our drawings over there. We got a cooktop that'll be run off of that. We're going to run some more for our lines over here. What do we got over here? Put in my gas line today. I've got my flexible gas line. That's that yellow thing running. That was more nightmare than it really needed to be. We've got the outlets going in. Somewhere in here I have to figure out still how the heated floor is going to be tied into this, where that power feed comes from and where those thermostats go. More of the education goes on. As we go up front here, we got another box. They have to be 12 feet or so. Fascinating video, I'm certain. And to the end over here, I'm just outside of the reach, 14 feet. The other outlet goes there, just 2 feet too far apart. So I'm going to put an outlet, one at the base there, one at the base over there. And I'll use the excuse to create a couple little up-aiming lights so we can go ahead and get these brick walls. We'll get a little bit of an upcast. Come on, get a little upcast on those. Oh well, there you go. The outdoor wants to screw it up. So here I am preparing to start putting in my power boxes into this wall. We're gonna follow along. Everything's been drilled out. And I'm going to figure out somewhere over here where they're going to go. They come back. Ah yes, and here my handiwork. As we into the box, up and over. I have learned one thing interesting, in that code, how many wires can go into a conduit per code, and I looked it up to be certain I had this correct, and I'm now convinced that the way they figured out how many wires can go into whatever size conduit is they calculated what the physical maximum number of wires were pulled by Hercules minus 1 if they were in perfect configuration. So of course I didn't have the skill level to even challenge that maximum number, but I got pretty damn close. So it's I can't even begin to describe what was involved pulling these bundles. I've got a big massive bundle. Here we go, back to big bundle right here. That was a joy going up to the third floor. I spent my couple of weeks back in an earlier video talking about copper mining, pulling all the copper out of the back building, and I actually got lucky enough to find that one of the bundle of 10 multicolored wires, I was actually able to salvage out the back. I probably saved myself $400 on just that bundle of wires alone. I still have all sorts of heavier gauge that I have been able to salvage. There's actually some number 8s, some number 10s. I got a bunch of number 10s. These are all going to be reused. I have a bunch more wire to go. I will probably do the upstairs video as a separate video, but I wanted to at least show off that we've got the panel. We have power panel, and speaking of the corner wire, these are the guys that don't like to bend. They don't like to bend whatsoever, that we had to go and make a couple of bends out of to get these in. Tomorrow, they'll be attached to the panel. Will be attached to the panel out back. They should be bringing a meter in a day or two. And hopefully, by early next week, we shall be formally energized and power. Looking forward to that. So just want to touch base on, it's not electric, but these are all of our Cat 5 and coax cables. There's only about 3 million wires lost in this maze, but they will go to that housing box over there, which is going to be where we will control all the computers, all the cameras, all the communication. It's kind of crazy how much actually goes into this once we started adding it up. So as a closeout, final pan view, getting ready to get our full electric going, get everything hidden so that we can finally close up the floors. We're going to put down the subfloors probably next week. That'll be the final plumbing stub outs. They're mostly done, but they just need the floor. And that is that. I'm running along. Hope you all made it this far. See you in the next one.